In the previous video, we have covered how to model nodes, add music and markers, and today we will see how to add material and cameras to it. And you can also download the free audio file from GUMROAD for practice. And if you want its Blender file, you will get all the links in the description below. So without any further delay, let's start. Okay, so this is what we have created in the previous part, and before proceeding further, I want to tell you that we are going to bake it first because we are using rigid body, and if you don't want to face any issue after rendering, so we'll bake it first. And if you want to change anything, you have to delete the bake first. Okay, next we are going to add a background. For that we'll add a plane. We'll scale it up, we'll drag it over here, scale it up like that. Then we'll go to render view, and here first we are going to add the lights. If you don't want any shadows, then place your light at the center, and you can control your node's shadows from this light like that. Okay, next we are going to add material. So we'll go to the shading tab, we'll select a ball, and then here we'll add a new material to it. We'll delete this principal BSTF because we are going to add emission material to this. We'll connect this emission to the surface, change its color, and that's it. Next we'll select our node, add a new material to it. Here we are going to add emission, and then we'll add over here the mix shader so that we can mix those shaders like this. We'll connect this emission to the shader, and there we go. So this is the node setup that we're going to use for each node. First we'll open a timeline so that it will be easy for us to calculate the frames and adding the keyframes. Okay, we'll select this, and now here we'll see at which frame the ball is going to touch the node. So it's at frame number 18. So here at frame number 18 we'll keep this vector value 0 and insert a keyframe by pressing I. Here you can see the keyframe. Now at frame number 19 we'll change this emission color and keep this vector value 1 and insert a keyframe by pressing I. And you can see it's working. Now we have to repeat the same step for all of our nodes. So first we'll calculate our frame at which our ball is going to touch the node. So it's at frame number 24, I guess, for the second node. Then we'll select this node, we'll add the same material, and then we'll duplicate it because we are going to use the same setup for each node. So we'll duplicate it. Now as you can see the previous keyframes, but we don't want them, so we'll select them and delete them by pressing. We can directly delete them from here, or I'll tell you the another way later. Okay, so change the color, keep this vector value 1 and press I for inserting the keyframe. Then we'll calculate the next frame. It's at frame number 28. We'll select our node, we'll add the same material. Then don't forget to duplicate it, otherwise it will create a mess. After duplication, first thing first, clear the previous keyframes. Keep this value 0, press I, change this emission color to a new color. Then we'll keep this vector 1 and press I for inserting the new keyframes. And that's it. It's quite simple, but it's very time consuming and it needs patience. As we are creating this animation manually, step by step, don't forget to delete the previous keyframes. First clear them, then add the new one. Keep this value 0, press I, change the emission color and keep this vector value 1 and insert the keyframe. Okay, that's nice. We'll calculate our frame. It's frame number 41. We'll select node, add the material, duplicate it, clear the previous keyframes and keep this vector value 0, press I for inserting the new one. Keep this, change the color of this, keep this value 1 and press I. You just have to repeat the same step, so I'm just fast forwarding it because it's quite time consuming, as I said, because we are creating it manually. Okay, let's test it. And it's working fine. Okay, nice. Now we are skipping to the last nodes. Okay, I'm repeating it one more time. Calculate the frame at which ball is going to touch the node. Then we'll add a material, we'll duplicate it, we'll clear the previous keyframe, keep this vector value 0, change the emission color, keep this vector value 1 and press I for inserting the new keyframe. Then we'll go to our next node. Here at frame number 162, we'll add a material, duplicate it, clear the previous one, keep this vector value 0. Then we go to the next frame, frame number 163. Don't forget this step. Then we'll change the color and keep this one and press I. And we are almost going to complete this. If you have any doubts, you can DM me or you can also comment down below. It's quite nice. Just repeat this same step one by one. It seems quite colorful and nice. If you want to change this background color, or you can add any material to it. You can also go to the wall properties. Here you can add any environment, HDRI, or if you want to keep this dark, you can also do so. But here I'm I'll keep this bright and we'll add a camera over here. We'll press Ctrl Alt number 0 for the camera view. Then we'll open our properties. Here in the view, we'll change it to camera to view so that we can adjust our camera from the camera view. We'll adjust our camera to this position. Okay, I need to change the frame, For that, we'll go to the output. We'll change the resolution from here. I'll give it vertical. Okay, nice. Now at frame number 1, we'll select our camera, and here we are going to insert the keyframe by pressing K. Then we'll go to frame number 63. We'll drag our camera to this position where ball is hitting the last node of this first row, and we'll insert the keyframe over here. Then we'll select both of these frames and press T and select this linear. And camera is working nice. So now at frame number 63, with this camera selected, okay, first we'll duplicate it. We'll duplicate this camera. Now we have two cameras, so we'll first select this first one at frame number 63, and we'll press Ctrl B for adding it to the timeline by pressing Ctrl B, as I said. Then we'll select this camera number 2. We'll go to frame number 64 and press Ctrl B so that they can switch smoothly. Okay, now we have to delete these previous keyframes, and we'll insert the new keyframes to our second camera. So adjust it, press K and add the keyframe. Then we'll go to the frame number 103. We'll drag our camera and add the keyframe over here. We'll press Ctrl B for adding camera number 2 to the timeline. Then we'll go to the frame number 1404. We'll duplicate this camera, and then we'll add the new keyframes over here. Okay, we'll adjust our camera and add a new keyframe over here by pressing K. Then at the frame number 148, adjust your camera, insert the keyframe, add your camera to the timeline by pressing Ctrl B. Then at frame number 149, we'll duplicate our camera again, and we'll add this new camera to the timeline by pressing Ctrl B. Okay, you can see I've selected the camera number 3. We'll adjust the view, insert the keyframe. We'll go to frame number 190, drag our camera, insert the keyframe, and that's it. Now we'll just play this. So it seems quite nice, I guess. It's helpful for you. If it is helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching.